back to Hadoop exam learning resources. In this session we will see like in continuation of our previous lecture CloudWatch. So will be that this would be very short session on the CloudWatch. So I have just brand new created my this Amazon EC2 account. So this is the console page where you can see here. So now this is the CloudWatch alarm. So this is the monitoring and management tools. You can just click on this and we can see the detail about this. Right now we are not going to do anything. I'm just showing you the tools. So we have the dashboards here, and then we can create the see the alarms. Actually we can create many and we can see the matrices, etc. So you can read little bit on the here as well. For the exam perspective, I would suggest you go through this page entirely to understand in depth. So we'll be discussing here like basics of CloudWatch monitoring, example of CloudWatch monitoring, what we can do, and some basic tips for the exam perspective, and for the other you need to know in depth about the Amazon Web Service when you are working in the real time. So let me clean out the screen and write down something important point regarding the CloudWatch. CloudWatch is what exactly is the CloudWatch? CloudWatch is a monitoring service, as we have discussed. It's purely monitoring tool. So it just monitor your services. What it can monitor is actually like virtual servers. We have discussed the virtual servers. You can say EC2 instances can be monitored. So what exactly an EC2 can be monitored? Like CPU, how much CPU you have used in the Amazon for this particular EC2 instances. Suppose our website is working, install on this hadoopexam.com or quicktechie.com is installed on this site, and suddenly the number of users increases and some processing in the behind goes, or like some CPU usage increases, like because the number of requests increases, number of threads increases, so this would cause your CPU to increase. So that kind of things can be monitored. And once what happens if like we can create an alarm based on this, like my CPU usage is greater than 80%, then send an email alert to the whatever the administrator for this EC2 instance. So this kind of monitoring or alarm we can create it. So similarly on the DynamoDB we can have monitoring, like number of requests and etc. So like we'll see in depth about this. So this is the NoSQL database of the Amazon site, and then another is on the RDS, like relational data services, like MySQL or Oracle can be also monitored here. And if you have your own application, okay, let's say we have Hadoop exam install on EC2 instance. This is my EC2 instance and my hadoopexam.com is installed here, okay. So and suddenly number of requests increases, correct, number of users keep increases, and processing some create the number of threads on this. So suddenly CPU consumption will increases. The CPU consumption will increases. Now similarly at the same time RAM requirement could also increases, possible. So this is like not covered by the by default. This matrix is not available for the memory utilization. Like if you want to know like my RAM utilization, then you have to create your custom matrix. Like by default it is not available. You need to create your own, writing your own script to find out the RAM utilization of your application. So that is very important for the exam perspective. Like this is different questions you might get in the various exams, like especially in SysOps exam, like which matrix options they will be given, like can require the custom monitoring or something, some questions related to that you can get it in this. So this is the RAM or memory utilization. You have to create the custom matrix. Otherwise all the services like your applications, like number of requests, your logs, like if the logs is keep increasing, correct, and your web service is coming and the logs for directories keep getting full, or the number of logs are keep increasing, something is going on the log sides. So this is also can be monitored by your CloudWatch. So these are the services which can be monitored by the CloudWatch. So these all are called the host level matrix. Host level matrix, like I would let me write it down here, so it would be good for you to remember. You can take a notes out of this. So host level matrix, that is your host is the operating system, correct? So operating system level matrices can be CPUs, host are like physical host actually, rather than operating system, saying that your physical host are like EC2 instance where your host is installed. So one virtual server, you can say the network uses, how much network it is using, that is also part of this. Disk uses, how much disk or storage has been used, like attached with your EC2 instance. And the status check, like status check in the previous lecture we have discussed in depth, uh, like whenever auto recovery happens using the status check, like network down or something, your machine, your EC2 instance is down, something kind of thing happens. So this is host level matrices, and another is the custom matrices, correct? So custom matrices is could be like your RAM usage, how much memory you are using. Second is I would say your application you want to monitor, like your howtopixam.com application you have installed, your blog application or any website you have installed on the EC2 server, you want to create a custom matrix, so you can create it. So for the custom matrix, the minimum granularity is 1 minute. So that is what exactly for every minute it can get the monitoring. So every minute RAM status would be checked by the CloudWatch alarm, correct? So this is similarly for the application level. So below 1 minute, if you need monitoring, then it is not possible in the custom matrix. But custom matrix provides the granularity level is 1 minute. So minimum 1 minute is required. Similarly here it could be like 1 minute to 2 to 3 minutes, something like you can configure accordingly and you can change it. By default it could be it varies based on the service to service. Okay. As CloudWatch matrices are available for like, okay, so the matrices which is like it has been created needs to be stored somewhere, correct? Whatever, so this stored matrices wherever it is stored, it would be available for 2 weeks. If you need more than after 2 weeks, like, and if your services are running, you have to use the API and you can get the matrices before 2 weeks. Else if your EC2 instances, let's assume, is terminated, so it is available only for 2 weeks after termination. And after termination, later on after 2 weeks, you cannot get the matrices for the terminated instance. So remember, like very important point here is like matrices is available for 2 weeks, and if you need historical matrices, then you have to use the API to access this. And for if your instances are terminated, then you have to you will have only 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks the matrices would be available, else it won't be available. Okay. And using CloudWatch you can create the alarm. Actually in the previous session we have created what I would say auto recovery, correct? But there is a very important point here is like you can create the alarm, that is called CloudWatch alarm. So here you can see in the here, like you can see here, if we have created any alarm, so we can see here the alarm status or whatever, correct? So now let's see what alarm we can create it. Like if suppose I want to create an alarm if my CPU utilization goes above 80%, like it means there is a heavy traffic or some processing is going on this EC2 instances. So I want an alarm as an email, send me an email. Okay, so my administrator will take an action based on this alarm. Similarly, if network latency increases, like the network latency, like my web page loading time is taking more than 5 seconds, let's say I have created alarm, so this kind of alert, so that there is something going wrong on the web server, so I need to look into this. So this kind of alarm we can. Even the very important factor, whenever you are working with the AWS, you need to take care of your billing. like because in sometimes you forgot like your users, if you are having a big organization and you are using the AWS services and users are using your services, so sometimes it is possible they forgot to terminate the testing environment, they forgot to clean the test data or something. So you can create the alarm based on like I whenever my usages go above $100, like or close to reach about to reach $100, then send an email, so I can check the uh, 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 and take the action accordingly. So this kind of alarm you can create it. Okay, that is what about in the CloudWatch alarm. Okay, similarly, I would say like it is not related to CloudWatch alarm, but if you have created the EC2 instances, let's go to the EC2 services. I have not created any EC2 instance yet, but if we have created any EC2 instances, then there is a possibility of I cannot show you right now, but when we discuss on the EC2, then we'll discuss is more on this. Like you have detailed monitoring, like enabled, and the detailed monitoring means like every minute your instance would be monitored. Detailed monitoring means every minute. So every 1 minute there will be a monitoring, and if you have not detailed monitoring enabled, then it every 5 minutes it will check about your instance monitoring. So that's about the EC2 instances. Okay, so now what I wanted to say, like we are going to do a little bit hands-on as well on the this AWS services. So please create the account on your Amazon console, so and you can go ahead like continue with us as well whenever we do the hands-on. So this is the like reason we have talked in the previous sessions, like various reasons available across the globe. Correct. So right now we are in Oregon, US West region. Okay, how come it is selected? I don't know, because even being in India, it should not be in the US. It should be somewhere in the Asia Pacific. I don't know why it has by default selected this. Okay, but these are the right now it's a fresh and completely new EC2 console. Sorry, Amazon console. We have not done anything. So in the future session, upcoming session, we'll be doing some hands-on on this. So thanks for watching, and I wanted to suggest you please go to the quicktechie.com and create your account using the register button. You can create your account here. So and all the trainings will be, so just fill in this form, and we have you can access the training, free trainings. Under the free training session, you can AWS training you can create. We will be having various training sessions here uploaded for the various technology. So I hope it would help you, and this training is provided by the hadoopexam.com. Very important point to mention here, like hadoopexam.com has Amazon AWS certification preparation material for the architect associate levels, professional levels, associate level, and sysops associate level. And you can see the testimonial section of our website, like people are using this and clearing the exam as well. So this is the testimonial. Just click here and you can see entire detail about the testimonial from the who has cleared which exam using our practice material. Okay, so this is the entire like various certification material provided by the hadoopexam.com. So this is, so let's click here and you can see the detail about this, like, and we have 500 plus practice questions for solution architect. We have like similarly I would say for the professional level we have 225 questions. For developer level we have 349 questions. And okay, so this page link is not there. Okay, and sysops we have 374 questions. So I hope you like this session, and if you're watching this session on YouTube, please like this and subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching, and wait for upcoming session. We'll be adding few more soon.